have an age-old tradition that Jews are not supposed to be counted. That's why, for example, when you want to see if you have a minyan, you're in the synagogue, you want to see, do you have 10 men? So you don't look at the people and say 1, 2, 3. You'll find people looking at and saying, oh, not 1, not 2, not 3. It seems a little bizarre, but actually there's a very solid tradition for this. You'll even find some people, rather than actually count, use a verse that has 10 words in it to use that as a measuring tool to see if there is a minyan present. Where does this tradition stem from? Rabbi Shimon Schwab points out that it emerges from the vision of Abraham, where God told Abraham to go outside. Abraham, look at the stars. Can you count the stars? If you could count the stars, you'll know how many children you have. The stars can't be counted. You'll have so many children, they'll be numerous like the stars. What is the comparison of the Jewish people to stars? And what does it mean that they cannot be counted? Take a census and you'll find out how many Jews there are. In fact, in the desert, there was a census, and there were 600,000 Jewish men between age 20 and 60. So what does it mean when we say Jews cannot be counted? And Rosh Schwab explains, stars at night. You look up at the stars and you see thousands and thousands and thousands of stars. But there are thousands and thousands of stars that you cannot see, but we know that they are there. So too, when God tells Abraham his children will be as multiple as the stars, he is referring to all his children, all the Jewish people who are alive, and all the Jewish people who have lived in all the generations. They are alive. They're not physically present. You can't see them. You can't touch them. But they are alive. They're alive in the world to come. And they will live again at the time of the coming of the Messiah. When we don't count and we observe that tradition of not counting, actually we are reminded of our own eternity. And we're reminded to live life to the fullest. Even when we have problems and issues and our difficulties in our lives, it's worth it if we strive to do our best and strive to become ever closer to God and strive to do for our fellow man as best as we possibly can. It's all worth it because it's building our eternity. This is reminded to us just by the simple tradition of not 1, not 2, not 3. Have a beautiful Shabbos. And when we say the blessing, when we're called to the Torah, blessed are you, our God, v'chaye olam nota b'sochenu. You have implanted within us eternal life. When we say it, we really mean it. Have a fabulous Shabbos.